Hi friends, and welcome to Wives vs. World, where we have fun talking about queer stuff and life as a trans, cis, lesbian couple. I am the saddest of them all. I'm Jackie.
I am Anya.
Fabulous.
Also sad.
Also sad.
I didn't know we were doing introduction things. I can't do, what's it called, when you have to improvise.
That's
I
it.
can't do improvisation comedy.
It's not comedy, it's tragedy.
Is there something in my teeth?
Greatness, and maybe a bit of cheese.
Maybe some marmalade. That's not marmalade.
And as you can see, we've asked you into the pillow for today. I hope you're wearing your pajamas, because today we are gonna have a cozy session. We are gonna go into this pillow fort. We're here now, and we're gonna be a bit sad, or rather, we're gonna talk about things that we do when we're sad to cheer up.
I don't know. Sometimes the world, it's a big place, and it can get a little overwhelming at times, right? With everything going on.
It's true.
I think we've become good at like keeping our distance to that sort of stuff, but sometimes world events will get to us, and I think it gets to you too.
At the moment, there is a lot to be both sad and scared about, especially if you're a trans person living in the US or the UK or even Denmark for that matter. So maybe you need a little sparkle in your life. I mean, this is not going to be us telling you, hey, when you're sad, you can do this, because I don't know what you like to do, but I know what I like to do. So I'll tell you a bit about that. When I'm sad, I like to put on some of the heaviest, most melodramatic, whiniest metal I can find, because that really helps me. I don't know if it just like it amplifies what I'm feeling, or it's like, oh, okay, it's not that bad.
You know, I like to listen to the saddest, wettest little guys
Yeah,
singing
that's true.
painful songs about depression.
Scrawny British people going,
yeah. Like, it makes me feel seen, you know? And I like wallowing in my feelings.
yeah.
So I find that helps, but definitely like finding, because to me it's a lot about connecting with something when like the world is really terrible and when I feel like I don't know what to do with myself.
You're also like, you're a person who notices or pays
Lyrics.
attention to lyrics.
Yeah, which you aren't,
Which
which
I
is
am not.
crazy. Please, like, in the comments, tell us.
It's
Are you-
it's all about the vibes. I don't care about the words.
It's poetry.
Yeah, but it narrows the scope of the human imagination if I can only go with, things I understand.
Yeah, I'm a normal person, so it's like the way the lyrics are sung and the words they themselves, they like resonate, and I think that's the usual way to listen to music.
Okay, we're gonna do a poll.
Wait.
Yeah.
Doing. I'm a bear who picked your berry nose with my claw. That's what I did.
Okay, so like when I'm just sort of down on my luck, I really like to game. I mean, that's not gonna make me very special, but like just disappearing into my own head or my own little world for X amount of hours, like usually that kickstarts me and makes me happier again. It's the same when I draw. It's the same when I disappear into a book or fall down a Wikipedia search hole and emerge like a couple of hours later having learned a lot about the Bronze Age collapse.
Where am I?
Exactly, like it's all dark.
Whomst.
I can't just sit down, because then like all the thoughts just go brrrr in my head. But if I'm doing one thing, if I'm focusing on one thing, that really helps. What about you? Do you write through your sadness?
I'm like generally a very sad person, so I kind of have to. But it's not something that I use to like process my sadness. I have to kind of do something else. Sometimes reading, preferably smut. It's always good. You know, if you know, you know. So I personally I don't process that way. I need kind of
You need a surplus of energy.
a little bit to like process feelings in writing.
Like you can't do these things simultaneously. You need to process your feelings before you write, or
Yeah.
you need to compartmentalize and then write, and then you can go back to your feelings?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, interesting. Like for me, they just tend to go away.
Yeah, you're not clinically depressed, so
I am not.
That might be why.
No, I'm just clinically a good time. Wah, wah. Sometimes you get a bit sad. Like, and if you're trans, sometimes that is linked to your perceptions of yourself, or like dysphoria or stuff like that. And it really speaks to why I think representation is so important. Because like when I am very rarely hit with some kind of like dysphoria, or I have some kind of feelings about how I look or how I sound or how I XYZ, engaging with media that portrays people like me, like be that like games or movies or books or like comics. I prefer comics, anything at all. Like it makes me so much happier because I'm able to, for the time being, actually relate to a person who is good. Like it's not parallel to me. It's like it's in the same groove, if that makes any sense. So while I am engaging in that media, I get to sort of process that my own feelings are just so subjective, you know? Like I wasn't feeling this way yesterday. I'm not going to feel that way tomorrow. Why am I feeling it right now? Well, does it matter? Let's read a different perspective. Let's read someone having a good time or having a sad time, or, you know?
Or a big old gay time.
Or big old gay time. Speaking of big old gay time.
Yeah.
You like big old gay times, right?
Yeah.
You read queer books.
Yeah.
You write queer books.
I do.
What is your stance on that when you are emotional? Do you like to engage with media and like experience all the highs and the lows, or do you need to be stable to enjoy?
I feel like I need to be stable to like enjoy things in general.
Well, good luck.
Usually like peel away as many layers as possible until it's just me and my little cocoon. Is what usually helps somehow. And I think if I have a tendency to be sad, it can make it worse to engage with media that has a certain kind of tone.
I see.
Yeah, so I have to be careful with that. But
yeah, I guess for me it's kind of the opposite. In a way, I really like to use books to like as some sort of catharsis, because like sometimes I stress and I bottle up my feelings and I have difficulty. Like I can identify I am sad, or I am overworked, or I am generally not in a good place, and then it's like, but how do I get this fucking bottle stopper up? I can't. Then it really helps me to like engage with media that makes me sad. Like I think almost all of Nina LaCour's books, which I really recommend, like across the board, they make me so sad. Like they're so melancholic.
Yeah, we don't process emotions the same way, so
no,
I don't usually feel that way.
No, it's like Calvin and Hobbes for you, and you come in and then it's like Hobbes, wow, you get mauled by a tiger.
Yeah, something I do that you don't do as much is practicing yoga. And this, I feel like that's such a cliche thing to say, but that helps me, like in my little cocoon. It's something that I do just for me that helps me focus on something that's not in my mind. It kind of puts the feelings to somewhere physical, and it's something that's kind of easy to do, but then still takes away the mental suffering. And it usually makes me feel better afterwards, and it gives me like this little space where I can focus on something else. So afterwards, it kind of brings down the mind, the demons.
I do yoga sometimes, but like I was reluctant and really slow to get into it because I thought it was hard. I maybe
like physically hard.
And I maybe anticipated it was harder than it actually was, but I thought there was some kind of barrier that made it really difficult to start for me, because like, I'm not that agile or flexible or limber or whatever. I can't do this. What do you think about that?
To me, the barrier was a mental one of like feeling silly when doing yoga, because especially there are a lot of yoga teachers, and some of them will be these really like spiritual types, and that's just not for me. It doesn't resonate with me, and I will feel silly if I'm asked to like sit down and think a lot about my energy or something like that.
Your inner goddess.
Yeah, exactly. I can't vibe with that. So for me, it's purely a physical thing, and I really enjoy yoga with Adrian on YouTube, possibly the biggest yoga channel, and I recommend it to anyone because it really has the focus on the body aspect of it, and it's very down to earth, and it is physically difficult, but not in a way that makes the anxiety feelings go off. So it's a really nice workout without getting that a spike in the anxiety levels.
You also like, because we've never really, okay, one thing you Americans do that I'm really fascinated about, you have so many scented candles. Like, it's also a thing here, but it seems to be like, oh, it's a bit stale in here. Let's light a candle, where my natural instinct would be, let's open a window. But it seems to be a big thing. So we weren't really tuned into that. But then last year, we bought a scented candle.
For the first time
in our lives.
I always thought it was like stupid and
What a
frivolous.
third world country. But like, that really helps you access something, right?
Yeah, because to me, I'm a little weirdo like that. I really like...
You're a little bug witch.
Yeah, I really like connecting different like sounds or smells or tastes with emotions or scenarios or stuff like that. So I started lighting scented candles in my yoga practice and witchcraft practice.
Ooh.
And that kind of that like this scent just it really quickly just got embedded and brought out these good feelings I had while
like a
I was
scent
doing
memory.
this. Yeah, exactly. So every time I lit the candle, it was really motivating and helped regulate emotions because I had that strong association.
That's Pavlovian.
Yeah.
Damn, you trained yourself.
Yeah. To me, that works really well. The same with like certain types of tea that I drink based on the seasons and stuff like that. It will instantly trigger a lot of memories and feelings because I like engage with it in specific scenarios or situations. But
Yeah, you are very particular, and it's like, do you want this thing? I ask, and you're like, no, that's for fall, you fool.
Yeah. Or you will bring me something of treats in a certain dish, and I'm like, no. It's not the right dish for the vibe.
It's too big. It needs to be smaller
Needs to
and
be
more
smaller.
shape.
Yeah, exactly. And that it works for me.
I like
don't
that.
care.
I like that so much about you. I'll eat from the pan if it saves dishwashing. You know, I don't care.
Yeah, so I like that kind of thing, and I feel like so if you do have a scented Jesus
Scented candle.
If you do have a scented candle that you kind of associate with good times or feeling good or having good emotions, positive emotions,
Good vibes.
yeah, then engaging with that at times where you are feeling unwell, that I feel like that has the potential to do good things.
Oh, given the limited supply that we have here, and maybe also the limited demand, it can be difficult to get certain scents. But like, if you leave your favorite in the comments, then we can check them out. Maybe there's something good down there.
Yes.
And while you're at it, like, welcome to the Sad Club. Like, it's been so nice, but like, tell us what you do when you're sad. And like, feel free to be as open or as closed up about it as you want to be. You don't even have to comment, but it's like, if we make a sad little club and we share what makes us happy, I think this can actually be a really great experience for all of us.
And that actually relates to the last thing that I would like to add. And that is like reaching out, because we are all in this together, aren't we?
Everyone.
And I just feel like, especially on Instagram, I've gotten a lot of friends there. I feel like a lot of you as well. And like sometimes we reach out to each other when things are rough or like there's bad news or whatever, and we kind of process together. And I think that's a real beautiful thing in the queer community, to be able to like relate to each other and a lot of things like that.
No matter how different we might be.
Yeah, I just feel like that's an important. It's not something that I usually process extremely internally. And, I need pushing people away ish.
And I need someone to play ball with me
Yeah.
if I'm ever going to get through my feelings. I need to talk through them.
Yeah, because you often don't know what your feelings are.
Yeah.
And you need to get that unlocked.
Like I
to,
basically,
process them.
I need that ball from Castaway to just have something to talk at. Because it's not like I want your opinion, man. It's like I just need someone to go, Maybe I need a shrink.
Yeah, well, you do. You do need that.
If you are somewhere in your life where you might not have that big of a network, I hope that our channel can provide at least some kind of like semblance of that. It's not going to be a perfect substitute, might be a very poor substitute, but it's a substitute nonetheless. And feel free to reach out. Like, we'll do our best to answer in the best way we can.
Yeah. If anyone can find each other in our comment section or whatever and like resonate with each other, I think that would be really beautiful as well.
Someone mentioned something about a Discord server at some point.
Oh, right.
Let us know if that's of interest to you guys. Like if you actually want to make a community together, like it would be pretty fun, but I don't know if anyone would even be remotely interested. So like, let that be a survey. If you made it this far, should we make a Discord server, guys? Anyway, we hope you were sad today. Or at least we hope you're feeling better now. What do we say?
We hope you liked this video.
And if you did, you can subscribe for more.
It's true.
We try to upload once a week. We are slowly getting back into the game. But if we miss a week, and the chances are good, you can always find us across the internet. You can find the links down in the description. Click the bell if you want to be sure to get notifications. And like, I just want to say, guys, we hope to see you next time. Bye!
You can take that stance. That's okay.
I'm definitely going to take that stance. I think you started. Oh, I'll put in a salmon. My tiny bear. I mean, this is not going to be us telling you, hey, when you're sad, you can do this. Because I don't know what you like to do. But, you sick, twisted fuck.
I'm a little bear, put.
Here is my bear.
Where is my bear?